Hi, Mike here. Welcome to the English Nomad Life channel, and this is my latest video. Following on from my previous video, which was 5 things I like about being a campsite warden, I thought for balance I'd do one which is 5 things I dislike about being a campsite warden. Now obviously this is individual to me and the site that I'm on, and things that may rub me up the wrong way as opposed to what may rub others up the wrong way. So yeah, it's subjective and they're not in any particular order. So without further ado, let's get into it. So number 1 is rude and abusive customers. So I don't know if this is unique to here or whether other people have noticed this, but the lack of civility with some people seems to have got worse. And you know, you check people in, you tell them what the rules are, tell them how you want them to park up on their pitch or how to set their pitch up, and then you walk around and you find that they haven't followed instructions or they're breaking rules in other ways. And when you try and approach them and talk to them, you get significant pushback and sometimes abuse. And you know, it seems to be that there is a level of entitlement with some people that they think that the rules don't apply to them, and it puts us in line of fire, if you will, with conflict, and it's not a nice place to be. So yeah, that's something. We have, this site has quite a few rules, like a lot of sites, and some of them are specifically health and safety related. And when you try and explain that to people, they don't understand that it's for the safety of everybody, like how far you park next to the next nearest pitch to you. You know, there has to be 6 meters between each accommodation unit. Also things like wood fires, we don't allow wood fires on this site. So when you catch someone having a wood fire, after they've been expressly told that we don't allow wood fires, you do get pushback. So yeah, that is one of my little bugbears, but I guess that's probably not unique to this particular site. It's probably something that happens on all sites. You can see it in the body language and the way that people are when they're checking in, that they're not interested in following the rules. You know, so that's something that you can see the people that you potentially may have problems with, if you know what I mean. So anyway, that's one. So I'll give you a quick look at Loch Lomond today. It's beautiful. It's really pleasant today, and the water is really flat and calm. Look at that, it's beautiful, isn't it? Number 2. So this one is being on call, or another way is being expected to be on call. Living on site means that you're often viewed as being the eyes and ears of management at all times. You're placed in a particular location on site so that the whole site is covered by different members of staff. That's what it's like here. And even when you're not working, there is an expectation that you are watching what's going on, or you spot things that are going on and can deal with them even when you're not working. That is implied. It's implied in the position description when you're told about the job. Also, there is a on-call element when you work a night shift, say for example, or a late shift, because they give you the emergency phone, and obviously you're expected to deal with any emergencies that crop up, which thankfully for me haven't happened. That phone's never rang for me. But there are other things that go on when you're not working and you feel duty bound to deal with it, and there is this kind of expectation that you'll take that responsibility on board without any kind of compensation. So that's something that a lot of wardens do complain about, and it's something that I feel could be addressed in ways that make it fairer. But that's I guess a discussion that you have on a one-to-one basis with your employer when you're negotiating a job. Anyway, that's number 2. So number 3 is the low pay or minimum wage pay. It is a minimum wage job and the hours are full-time. But that said, it's still not great. Some people say, well, you get a pitch and you get electricity. That's true, and there is a value for that. But on the site that I'm on, the pitch I'm on, would probably only be, because it's quite far away from the lock, it would be a pitch that probably would only get used on the very busiest of weekends, because we're never actually at 100% capacity. So the pitch I'm on will probably only be sold out maybe 1 or 2 days a week in the very busiest periods. The rest of the time it would be sat empty anyway. The electricity is a component, but I'm mostly on solar anyway. I only use electricity to top my leisure batteries up with a charger and use a few small electrical appliances in my van, so I'm not burning lots of electricity either. So the benefit is there, but it's not a substantial benefit. So, you know, again, the pay isn't great, but it's a lifestyle choice. So I will say that, I will qualify that by saying it is a lifestyle choice. But it's something that you definitely do need to take into consideration when you're taking this position, that if you are looking to build up a sizable nest egg for winter, it can be difficult, especially with the cost of living. And I'll come to that one next. So on to number 4, and that's being isolated. I'm on a site which is probably about 30 minutes from the nearest decent town that's got any kind of shopping in terms of supermarkets, etc. And I'm 40 minutes from a proper town that's got, you know, a choice of different supermarkets and all the other amenities that you expect from a town. So the isolation does mean that often you can't just get to the shops, and I've sort of relied on online grocery shopping in recent months to cover what I need, and that invariably means that I'm paying higher prices using supermarkets I wouldn't normally use. So, you know, that's worth considering, is the logistics of where you are and what that means in terms of cost and convenience. So I have found that that the regular food that I would normally buy, I'm probably spending around 10%, maybe 15% a week more by having to shop online to avoid that 40-minute drive and 40-minute return drive just to go and do my weekly food shop. Especially because I work full-time and I work a different shift every week. So convenience, logistics, and also not being close to family and friends, that's another one. So yeah, location, sense of isolation, that's number 4. Finally, number 5. Number 5 is one that a lot of people discuss, and that is, it's not a holiday. People think that becoming a campsite warden is just an extended holiday with a bit of work thrown in, and nothing could be further from the truth. I work full-time, and it is a very busy job with a lot of different tasks that need to be done on a daily basis, depending on what shift you're on. And it is when you work an 8-hour shift, you are working 8 hours. It's not 8 hours just pottering around and just showing your face and chatting to other campers. There's very little time chew the fat with other campers on site, and very little time for socialising during the day. So it is a full-time job, and it is hard work, especially in terms of the manual labour that needs to be done around site, cutting grass, trimming. You're constantly walking around, so you need to be active, you need to be fit. So it isn't an holiday. It's a very nice location to be in, but it's a job, and it has all of the things that go along with working in any job. You know, you have it can be stressful at times because you're dealing with people, as I alluded to in my number one reason. so there is lots of aspects of this job that make it a job and not a holiday. It's not a holiday. It's not a, you know, an extended breakaway in a lovely location, although there is an element of that, I have to admit. But people need to get it into their heads that you're here to do a job. You're not here on some kind of extended holiday. So those are my 5 reasons why I have changed my perspective on what being a camp warden is all about, in terms of some of the reasons I dislike it. And I'm sure that I'll read comments below from people who have different ideas. So I'm happy to engage with other people on what you think your 5 would be, or disagree with me if you want in the comments below. Until next time though, please like this video. Please consider subscribing and clicking the bell icon to get notifications whenever I put up new videos. But until next time, this is Mike signing off. Bye bye.